How long was I... Storms, damn it. This isn't right. That mountain shouldn't be... And that island was... No, this simply isn't correct. This isn't how I remember the world at all. This will not stand. Well, there is only one thing to do in such a situation. Track down the fool that tried to swindle me, and to force an apology from him. One way or another. You might want to hit harder. Huh.
That was invigorating. You, however, seem a little worse for wear. Shall we call it karma?
No. No. Demon. Have you come back to haunt me in my dying moments?
Oh, James. Back in that crypt, you made a mistake most mortals don't get a chance to survive. And it seems like that old truth will manifest here as well. But not by my hand. I understand the fear and the mistakes it causes. I hold no ill will. Be calm.
I don't...
This is how things are going to go, James. I need answers, and you have them. Clearly, you have reverted to being a useless hunk of meat, so I'm going to get what I want by turning you into... Hush, little one. Your superior is talking.
Yes, well, Good thing I'm not turning you for your sparkling wit.
Embrace my gift.
Okay, James, listen.
What is this?
If you let me talk...
It hurts. Oh, storms! It burns!
James, control yourself, please. You're only making a fool of... Well, you've already been a fool before, so you may as well carry on being one.
No. No, no, no. You don't know what this is. This pain.
So dramatic. You don't know what this is. Really? Do you somehow believe that the vampire that made you a vampire doesn't know what being a vampire feels like? Come now. One of those is still alive. Feed.
Feed?
Yes, yes. That one's heart is still beating. Go on. It'll stop your incessant whining. You have to.
Ah! That was disgusting. Storms, I need more!
This hunger will accompany you forever. Yet that way madness lies. For now, you must learn control. You know something I need you to share with me.
Know what?
James, you took my idol from me. I'm positive you didn't know what you were doing. Easily manipulated, it seems. But now I need you to show some initiative and tell me where it is.
I gave it.
What? Did you just say?
I took it for the Seekers. But these thugs had other ideas. They talked about the wealth and power they will earn for themselves. How they set up a camp nearby, from which they planned to put the whole of Thulgatha under their control. Believe me, it wasn't my intent. I'm not stupid. I knew they weren't as righteous as the Seekers, but... Storms, what have I done?
After all these years, Seekers still exist. Could they be the same ones? Common bandits, you say? Perhaps it is time someone paid them a visit.
Wait! I gave you your answers, and now you must give me some in return. What have you done to me? What is this overpowering hunger I feel? And why does the night seem so much brighter?
You are becoming a vampire. But, unlike me, you are just a fledgling. The sun won't kill you, but it will make you feel weak. Avoid the fire. It will tear your skin as if you were made of straw. You need to feed. Otherwise, you might lose control and hurt people around you. And another inconvenience is that if you don't drink blood, people will begin to notice that you are no longer alive.
No longer alive? What do you mean by that? Am I dead?
As I have already stated, you are no longer alive, James. Honestly, those thugs should thank me for doing their work. But saying that you are dead would be oversimplifying it. You are so much more now.
No, wait! I have more questions. Please, don't leave me here!
In all honesty, you may not make it through your first night. And I have not the time nor patience to deal with a fledgling right now. So walk with your own feet, and if you do survive this night, find me. If you manage that, then I will know that you are worth teaching.
What you saw today was just a glimpse of what we've been dealing with for months. Ever since the quarantine started and we had to close the hotel. If you'd like to help us, I suggest you speak to the Elder. He's got a better handle on the situation between us and Milhaven than I ever could. Maybe you could help around the farm. Whatever you decide. You've earned a place in our house. That room will be yours for as long as you need it.
Quarantine? And I must apologize, but, well, I never asked for your name.
Ah, yes. In the panic and rush of the moment, it must have slipped my mind. I am Averion. Welcome. You may stay as long as you like. You will find that there is not much else to do since the gates of Gullenheim are closed. But I'm afraid I don't know as much about the matter as the Elder does.
I will see you in the morning, then. Don't let the bandits bite. Oh, my head.
Who is behind this?
I was supposed to sleep for a century. I can conquer your coffin. Set me free from this duty. Will I finally be truly dead?
It still hurts.
How can it still hurt? Set me free from this duty.
I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm safe.
Good morning, Kalyskah.
How is your wound?
A thing of the past. Shortly I will cast a charm to conceal my nature and look more like a human, but let me ask you a question. What is your plan?
For the final time, I'm going to...
You're going to kill the Ver, yes, yes. But how will you find him? How will you reach him? And once you find him, how will you kill him? You're running on fumes. I can see it in how you move, and in your eyes. You're pale, and need to rest.
I'm always pale.
Don't be difficult. What importance is this blood gem to you?
My power depends on it. I need a moment. Time to think.
I agree. Not a bad choice, sweetie. Meditation brings clarity and consideration.
Time. There's simply not enough time. For 10,000 years I walked the earth. Before I slept, 10,000 years of history was touched by my hand. There is much I still need to learn of this changed world after my awakening. But that can wait. I must make haste before my gem falls into the wrong hands. And tell me, demoness, what is your plan?
To find food, shelter, a peaceful night of sleep. A calm mind does wonders for vengeance, yes? You need it too, I think. You need rest.
I've had enough rest. I don't need rest. I need to do something about my blood gem. James had mentioned a bandit camp nearby. If I find this place, I guarantee I can find the people who stole it.
You told me what this blood gem is, but would a human be able to harvest its power?
Not without a heavy cost to their sanity. But that's not the only thing that worries me. Did you see an old man that seemed to be giving orders to the one trying to make James squeal and tell them where the idol was?
I did notice that. Fancy armor that man had.
Not just fancy. The golden symbol on his chest represents the infinite and the always renewing cycle of the storm of life. I believe those men to be the Seekers, the same group that fought me centuries ago, thousands of years ago. I don't know how much time I have lost, but they were the group that wounded me so fatally that I was forced to create the blood gem and fall into a deep slumber in order to heal. What is so funny?
I just realized that when you said to James that life always comes back to you, you were talking a bit about yourself. A little laugh about our own disgrace always helps us put things into perspective. And you can't get worried if you can laugh about whatever is happening. It helps you see what's in front of you. Like that small town in the distance.
What about that?
I spoke to Everion early this morning. That is Milhaven. It used to belong to a well-off family before the bandits took over a few years ago. It might be the camp James was referring to.
I see. I should go there at once. Are you coming?
I better not leave this place until I feel strong enough to cast a glamour and conceal my identity.
Do you need me to help you, somehow?
I'm a succubus, dear. Help is always handy. But in this case, I don't think there is much to do but wait. I'll let you know if I need anything. However, perhaps you could put that desire for help toward others.
Indeed. For all I know, amongst my travels I may find someone worthy of joining me, as I give rise to the Karnstein Legion once more.
Or you could just help them, for the sake of doing a good thing.
I should go. I have urgent business to attend to.
Halt there, slut. You don't look like someone that has any business inside our marvelous settlement.
What did you just say?
Are you deaf? You don't look like you have business here.
No. Before that, you called me something.
You don't want to come to this place and complain about the tune of the gatekeeper. Just be a good girl and move along.
A wise man would think twice before talking in this manner to someone he is clueless about. It would stop a wise man from losing his tongue, or worse.
Look, miss, you're not from around here, are you? What my partner meant to say is that this is a dangerous place, run by misfits. People usually come in groups and stay in the lower city while their bosses deal with business in the auction house.
I see. In that case, I would have you know something of mine was stolen, and I wish it returned. I was told that I could find information here. The object in question is a golden idol with a red ruby.
Now you sound like you mean business, girl. Get in. Just don't go around pushing people if you don't end up with your guts on the outside. Keep your head high, so that people won't look at your pretty face and think they can treat you like what I called you.
Yes, haven't seen you around here before. Must be new in town. I'm Farah, by the way.
Well met, commoner. Kalyskah is my name, and indeed I am new to this village. I presume you are the owner of this fine establishment?
Yes, you looking to trade? Or perhaps a few upgrades will do the trick?
Actually, I wanted to know what you could tell me about this town. I couldn't help but notice the abundance of raiders and outlaws.
Ugh, if you can even call it a town. The only thing separating this place from any other bandit camp is the fact that they're real buildings. And for storm's sake, bandit high lords.
High lords?
Couldn't believe it either. The first time I've heard of it. Had to see it for myself. Ended up stuck here, however, but that's the story for another time. To be fair, the marauder who runs the town, Maynard, is surprisingly not that bad. Leaves us common folk alone for the most part. As long as we do our duties and pay our tributes, that's more than what real high lords back home did.
So, what, a society run by bandits is what one should aspire to nowadays?
Oh, it's more complicated than that, isn't it? And these aren't the only bandits around. That old bandit Eckhart's gaining a foothold in the realm again. Storm knows what that could mean. I suppose the easiest way to put it is that there's some form of honor among thieves in this town, and that helped a lot of people out here for sure.
I'm sure it doomed a great many people here as well. I can only imagine what happened to those who used to call this place home.
Ah, yes it did. We're all here for different reasons, though. Good or bad. And this place used to be owned by a wealthy farmer and his family. Hard workers they were, well, are, for the daughter at least. You can find her around town actually. Works at the brothel.
Brothel? And yes, thank you. I shall be sure to keep that in mind.
Well, that'll be all then. Ah, welcome back. You're looking a bit pecky. Are you all right?
Any rumors around here I should know about?
I heard those innkeepers keep something precious under those floorboards. Good luck getting to it, though. That trapdoor stays under lock and key at all times.
Good to know. Anything else?
Another one of those auction parties at the big house is coming up. Again. Lots of important people will be there, with heavy pockets.
Interesting. Anything more?
Nothing more I can remember. You might have to ask someone else around here.
That's all right. Thank you for your help. Good day.
Ah, welcome back. You're looking a bit pecky. Are you all right?
Not today, no. I'm actually looking for some ways to earn coin.
Well, I do happen to need some bear and wolf pelts to add layers to the armors that I'm making. The winter will be coming soon, and I fear without Reviment, my customers will freeze to death. I'll pay coin for every pelt you bring to me.
Sounds fair enough. But are you positive that was all? You've made your problems sound like more than just a common trade. Perhaps you would like to talk about it.
You know, now you mention it, there is something I need dealing with. Though I'm not entirely sure you'd be the right person for it. Sorry, but no. It's far too personal to be dealt with by a random traveler.
Hit harder.
All right, if that's how you want to play it. All right, that's how you want to play it. Come at me. Hit harder. Come at me. Is that all you've got? Is that all you've got? Come at me.
Ah, welcome back. You're looking a bit pecky. Are you alright? Thank you kindly. That will be very handy indeed. Here's your gold.
If I go any further, it will hurt. Greetings.
Oh, hello. I'm Jessie Sawmill, the local nurse here. Do you need a patch-up or some medicine?
A nurse? Here?
I used to be a tailor, actually. But when I moved here, they wanted me to use my sewing skills to mend knife and sword wounds. I kinda liked it, and ended up studying herbalism with a grumpy old man to at least have a better notion of what I was doing. And, well, I think I found my calling. What did you say your name was again?
I didn't. Forgive my manners. I am Kalyskah.
Right. Manners are not commonplace around these parts. Did you need something?
Herbalism is a topic that draws my interest. Tell me about your mentor.
He lives in a small shack not too far from Gulenheim. A war tainter that somehow managed to slow down his aging process through herbs. He used to sell potions when I was under his wing, but not anymore. Now it seems he only cares about some weird plants he has growing at his house.
I might be interested in learning. I shall pay him a visit, see what he has to offer.
Nah, I don't think he'd want to.
And why is that?
Never mind. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Are you selling something?
Medicine and herbs.
I have no use for that.
Right then. In that case, I have nothing that would catch your interest.
I'm afraid not.
All right then. Bye.
Come at me. Come at me.
Changed your mind, I see. Do you need something?
Are you selling something?
Medicine and herbs.
I have no use for that.
Right then. In that case, I have nothing that would catch your interest.
You see how pale my skin is? How weak I'm looking right now?
Yeah, you're as pale as death. You need to eat a lot of vegetables and...
That won't do. Remember how I told you that with my specific condition, conventional medicine wouldn't help? Meaning the only way to get better is if I receive a blood transfusion.
Look, it's not like we have blood laying around.
I'm no street urchin. I can pay, of course. 50 coins. You can use this to bribe a patient here to donate blood, and with the rest, you buy something pretty for yourself. It's my life at stake here. I can't take any chances, and
Fine. Give me the coin and I'll deal with the rest. Next time you feel, however it is, you can come here.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you need?
Not really. Farewell.
Welcome to Bouchard's Tavern and Inn. So nice to see a new face around.
Hello as well. Are you the owner?
That'll be my parents. They're right over there at the bar if you'd like to speak to them.
I thought I saw a fresh face walk in. And a pretty one at that. Very pretty indeed.
You are Madame Bouchard, correct?
That'll be me. What brings you to our town, little missy? You look far too rich to be slumming it with people like us.
One could say I am tending to unfinished business. I'm looking for a blood gem, actually. Have you seen one? Beyond that, I'm simply needing a place to stay the night.
Well, we certainly can give you a bed. As for the blood gem...
I'm sure one of these patrons can give you their beds as well. They certainly seem eager. I got a place for you to sit right here.
The lascivious eyes of your errant guests make themselves known like the mating call of a howling wolf, whose lungs have been severely beaten. Their company is rarely something I would turn down from a worthy suitor.
Oh, I'll bet. Missed introductions. How silly of me. I'm the owner of this establishment, Bouchard. We've got plenty of rooms here for you at an affordable cost. But I've interrupted you. You mentioned something. A blood gem.
You've seen it?
No, ma'am. I'm afraid I've never even heard of anything like that.
Well, maybe you've seen it without knowing what it is. It'd be a red reflective stone about yay big.
Oh, I do believe I know what you're talking about.
You do?
Yes, we do. We've seen it. Will that be all?
That's really all you can spare. You've seen it. Where? When?
Perhaps something shiny might loosen our tongues.
Yeah, you look like you can afford it. You are rather put together, ain't you? Although if you don't want to pay our price, we could always work out a different deal.
Exactly what sort of deal are we talking about here?
Just a little job. The kind that brings gold to both our pockets and smiles to my customers' faces.
Please give it a break. As if somebody of her caliber would stoop so low. Look at the woman. She could be royalty for all we know.
You've made such an effort to beat around the bush that I had a glimpse of hope you wouldn't be so predictable. Here, take your coin.
We did see your stone, actually.
Gem.
Whatever. Inside this very tavern. A bunch of bandits were boasting about it, actually. Got it from some guy named John? Jacob?
James.
That's before the bloody bastards started fighting. Had to get rid of them because they were causing too much of a ruckus. Took your gem with them, though. I'm not sure what happened after they left, but they did mention how rich it'd make them.
Pawned it, I bet. At the shop.
And this shop is... where?
Once you exit our tavern, it's the building directly to the right. Lady named Loretta owns it.
Understood. I shall head there as soon as I can. Is there anything else you've seen or heard?
That's all we know, dearie.
If you insist. See you around, Missy.
Well, if it wasn't, it'd hardly matter now. I ought to get going. I don't think I'll be buying anything else. Thank you, I suppose.
If you insist. See you around, Missy.
Bye-bye now.
Is that a new face I see who has entered the town of Milhaven? And of all things, my shop? Welcome, stranger. My name is Loretta, but I prefer Lot. As happy as I am to have a new customer, I suspect you aren't here to purchase tea leaves or walking sticks. Do you have a name, given or preferred?
Kalyskah, and you are correct. I am not here to browse your wares, but instead am in search of an idol. Golden, a ruby within it.
You arrived too late. I'm afraid your idol sprouted legs and ran off.
Pardon?
It's gone. Broken. Fractured into several pieces. You can try and catch up to the many people who got their hands on it, but I'm sure the trail is already lost.
I cannot believe this.
As much as I hate to be the bearer of bad news, I actually can help you. You need only ask.
Actually, a recount of the story shan't harm. What shattered my ruby?
Well, I was making my way back here after I've gone out and collected some herbs. Ran into a bunch of reavers making their way back also. They were holding your idol, you see. I felt it before I saw it. It started as a low hum at the back of my head before something unnatural settled over me.
What are reavers?
Just what they call some of the lower ranks around here. The marauder insists on some order to the chaos in this town. Not sure what good that will do. Bandits are all the same in the end. Boastful, ignorant, just like the ones who had your idol. Wouldn't stop talking about how they took it from a naive man named James. Do you know who that is?
I do. Unfortunately.
They wouldn't stop talking about it, especially when they were drunk off Bouchard's brews. Shortly after they entered the tavern to celebrate their new prize, they got kicked out for being too rowdy, fought over your storm-forsaken idol right outside in front of everybody. It wasn't long before your ruby broke into pieces. It was quite an event when it did. Just for a moment, I swear, the entire world around us went dark and cold. The air grew stale, and there was an awful stench of death lingering. I've never seen anything like it. Not only that, but the moment it broke, the animals knew. I could hear the horses unsettle in their stable, and the rats. So many rats scampered out of their hiding spots and onto the streets. Even a swarm of bats flew by, entirely too close for my taste. I'm sure somebody around here got cut by their talons. Of course, everyone freaked out, but after things settled a bit, you can bet they all wanted to get their hands on that red treasure. It was calling them. To be expected, really, with a lot like that. Specifically ones that can't recognize ancient, dark, dangerous magic. I managed to snag one in all the chaos, but I knew not to touch it with my bare hands, nor allow my eyes to linger. It's right here, actually. I'm more than happy to give it to you.
You have a piece and you wish to simply hand it over. Why? How much will it cost me?
Not everything needs a price. Perhaps I'm just inclined to help you. Help comes to those who help themselves, you know. And helping you helps us all.
Is that so? You're an odd one, I must confess. However, in my experience, there's no such thing as kindness of strangers. If there is, it is few and far between.
A smart woman as ever. But in this case, I assure you, I wish only for you to keep a memory of this good deed.
How good of a deed can it be? You're simply giving back what is rightfully mine.
Ever so impertinent you are. I'll pretend I didn't hear that as long as you remember that I, Loretta of Milhaven, gave you a shard of your power back under no pretenses but my own free will.
A shard of my power? How did you...
A secret never told has nowhere to hide, and I am no stranger to magic. At this very moment I can feel the corruption whispering in my ears, coming from this piece of ruby, your ruby. So take it freely, I insist. Just keep this memory.
I knew I felt something earlier today. Must have been when my idol broke. Do you happen to know who the other bandits or townsfolk are that took shards? Or where I could find them?
I don't, unfortunately. There were so many people and a lot of chaos. I didn't see who the townsfolk were. And as for the bandits who captured your idol, I'm afraid I can't really tell one from another these days. As I said before, they were lower ranked. I might be able to name some mavens and bandit lords, but reavers or tenderfoots? You might as well be asking me what year it is. There are already so many.
Well, that's just marvelous. Would you have any idea as to what they would do with the pieces?
I'd imagine they'd like to sell it, but I've yet to have anyone try to pawn it to me. I did hear someone say they would gift their piece to the marauder to earn his favor. But there are already so many broken promises in this town. I wouldn't be surprised if that one was added to the list. Besides, you wouldn't even be allowed near the marauder at the moment. At least, not until the next auction or court. What I do know is that there was an influx of people who left town today after your idol broke. You'll just have to wait to see if they return. Plenty of corners in this land there are. I do hope you find what you're looking for.
Someone must invite me in.
Hey, lady. Need another blood transfusion?
Give me a moment to collect it.
Life is full of risks. I'm sure you've had your fair share. A beautiful woman like yourself.
Thank you.
Is that all you've got? Come at me. Come at me. Hit harder. Come at me. Hit harder.